Mark, you want to go first then, considering yours seems to be the most ear friendly.
I definitely can. So this one actually comes from across the ditch here. So this is a bit of New Zealand news. It's not specifically Australian news, but that's fine. You know, they're like our second cousins over there. So where are we? So this one is Scooby Dooby Don't. So customs dogs don't sniff out weed at the border anymore. So customs in New Zealand has stopped training its sniffer dogs to detect cannabis coming through the border, and now does not have any dogs for the job. The Border Protection Agency stopped the training back in 2017. And the revelation comes following news that customs dogs are not trained to sniff out fentanyl because it's dangerous for them. Instead, the agency trains its dogs to focus on drugs like methamphetamines and MDMA and large amounts of cash.
Right, if I was a sniffer dog, that's what I'd want to be sniffing for.
Yeah, looking for the cash.
And just find a little bag of powder and be like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Where's my toy? And then
that's Molly, bro.
Yeah. So Tiffany Duke, the acting chief customs officer for the detector dog unit, said that the dogs were an important part of a layered defense at the border, including X-rays and electronic searches. However, their focus was on organized crime.
Can I just point out here, sorry, Bubba, can I just point out here, for those who are watching the video on YouTube, you can see in front of you right now, there's a dog licking their nose.
Crap. They getting it?
What, you all right there, Monkey? You're not on mute, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Just
no, the wife is asking me a question. It's like, what the hell?
Okay, cool.
Right back, guys.
Yeah, that's cool,
right
no
back.
problem. But yeah, those who are watching the video can see that there's a Labrador licking the nostril. Why is he doing that? What? You know, he's kind of put his nose a little bit too close to the bag of powder, and he's like,
That's it. Someone's giving him the old "on your nose, brother, on your
beautiful
nose."
Dog,
you
though.
know?
Beautiful dog. I like that dog.
That is, I'm a fan of Labradors. Have one myself.
And me too. Me
so-
too. He'd
Sorry,
love that
where was
job.
I?
Yeah, you were reading we talk about organised crime there. The focus was on organised crime.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So that was with the X-rays and electronic searches. So the focus of our dog detector unit is to locate commodities at the border, which will disrupt organized crime and supply of illicit drugs such as methamphetamine, cocaine, as well as prevent social harm. She said most cannabis is believed to be produced domestically. So since 2017, so what are we now, 2022? So in the last 5 years, only 132 kilos of cannabis leaf and 42 kilograms of cannabis oil have been found by customs at mail centres and airports. So Green Party MP Chloe Swarbrick, who led the charge for legalisation in the cannabis referendum, said there was no evidence of a looming threat of the drug coming across the border and agreed the evidence pointed to substantial domestic production. So essentially they're just saying that, you know, there's no point in them chasing down people trying to get it into the country because it's being grown in the country anyway. So, and look, New Zealand for a while there they were looking like they were going to legalize, and then 51% of the population said no, and the other 50% said yes. And
pulled a Brexit on it, did they?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
How did that work now? 51 said one way and 50%. You got 151% over there?
Yeah. Look.
Look, it's 6
down
o'clock in
under
the morning,
math,
bro.
Down under math, you know, all I can think of.
It's that extra 1%. You know?
Because Australians do everything 101%, bro.
That's what it is.
That's correct. Yeah. We never half jobs, mate. We go all out or not at all. So, but look, you know, I think it's a sign of the times. I think it's a sign of things changing a little bit. You know, they're not. One, obviously they're realizing that the majority of it's coming from inside the country, but two, I think they're looking at it going, well, you know, it's weed. It's not methamphetamine. It's not meth. It's not you know, opiates and all that sort of thing. So I think they're more leaning towards stopping that than they are worried so much about cannabis and
the sense of smell on the dog
country.
is massive. They can smell fucking anything. And there's going to be so many people coming from places in the USA now, over 19 states are legalized for recreational use. So people are going to be getting to Australia stinking of weed. And when it's a sniffer dog as well, who's trained, it's going to be pulling so many people out. So I bet they just don't have the time and the resources to deal with that many people.
Well, especially if you're a medicinal user, it's legal for you as a medicinal user to take your medication to New Zealand. And again, if you're coming into Australia, there are specific laws. Do not take this as gospel. You do need to check if you're going to come to the country. Check that what you're bringing in is okay to bring in before you do it. But on that same token, they don't want dogs picking up medicinal users and then they're dragging them over the coals for it and things like that. So I think. Yeah, I think this is a step forward, and I think it's going to sort of go a long way in helping people sort of live their lives without that fear of the sniffer dogs. And this is just at the airports. Once they stop using sniffer dogs across the board, because we had a big issue here in Australia with sniffer dogs being used to just randomly search people on the street, and then they were doing pop-up strip search things and things like that. It was not great. So that's a whole other issue and a whole other story. But
it must be very scary as well. When you come in from one country to another, being a stoner, when you get to the other side and you stink of weed, man, and then you get to like the customs bit where you got to wear anything to declare, and it's like, no.
Yeah.
If you see a sniffer dog there, you're breaking it. So now, if you're going to Australia, everybody, you don't need to be scared if you see the sniffer dog. It's okay, you can stroke.
Well, no, hold on. New Zealand, not Australia.
Oh, it's not Australia, it's New Zealand.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is New Zealand news. Yeah, no,
What'd
that's
you
what I
say,
said before.
across the ditch or something like that?
Oh, right.
Across the ditch,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the term we use for us, for the New Zealanders across there, the Kiwis. I was going to put on a Kiwi accent, and I thought I would cop so much hate for a terrible Kiwi accent. So I won't do it to my Kiwi friends.
But you have to realize that we wouldn't know the difference. So here we're stupid enough.
That's
That, it's all the same to us. We don't know.
Monkey changes his accent every week, and we don't notice.
I watched a lot of Flight of the Conchords. Weren't they from New Zealand?
Great.
Flight of the Conchords, yeah. So I would have recognized the shitty accent right away.
Okay.
The director of Thor, Love and Thunder, and quite a few others. He's Taka Waititi. He's in a few of them as well. Plays a couple of characters through it. He's a Kiwi and he is fantastic. He does so many good things. There's one called What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, that's such a great show.
You've seen that?
Have.
Yeah,
yes, I have. It's so good.
Yes, it's amazing. Like, it's just, I love Kiwi humor. But
that's a great, if anybody's interested, that's a great alternative zombie story.
Yeah.
Zombies?
Yeah. It's about zombies, but
like
it's a very different take on it. So
zombies and vampires and things like that.
Well, that's what it is. It's vampires, right?
Vampires piss me off. Can't do vampires. Only if it's Blade, because Blade's going out killing them. Vampires piss me off a bit too much.
You might find this one funnier if you give it a chance.
Yeah.
Okay, what's it called again? In the Shadows.
What we do in the shadows.
Okay. Is it on Netflix?
I don't know.
Maybe Prime.
I watched it a long time ago.
All right.
Yeah, I can't remember. I'd have to double check it. So there's a movie, and they've also done a series. So because the movie did so well internationally, they decided to do a series on it. Well worth the watch.
Sweet.
I haven't seen the series. I'm writing that down now.